Welcome back to the Death Series. This is episode number 16. Today we're going to talk about our friend Harry Houdini. Okay, so look, our friend Houdini. And don't forget to check out the past two episodes on Houdini. He is on my first ever Death Series episode. And let's get into talking about things you didn't know about Harry Houdini. Okay, so look. He's one of the most well-known names in magic for his excellent escape tricks. So there is still much about Houdini's life that some people may not know. So here are some of the things that you may not have known about Houdini. He named himself after another magician. So look, he's originally from Budapest, Hungary. Houdini's real name was Eric Wes. As a teenager, he read the memoirs of French conjurer Jean-Eugène Robert Houdini, often called the father of modern magic. We need to find out who Robert Houdini is, since he named himself after him. Young Eric named himself after his hero by adding an I to the name Houdini to create a stage name Houdini. There is a debate about where Harry came from. Ironically, years later, Houdini turned on his idol and wrote a mostly inaccurate book called The Unmasking of Robert Houdini, accusing him of being an imposter. Okay, so the next interesting thing about Houdini is he wasn't a very good magician. Although he started his career as a magician, he struggled. He was on the verge of quitting. But a producer, Martin Beck, encouraged him to make escapes the focus of his act. He challenged audiences to tie him up or lock him in handcuffs or nail him into boxes. He achieved fame by becoming an escape artist, the king of handcuffs. After achieving worldwide fame, he put magic in his act, but contemporary descriptions confirm that he was lackluster as a magician. Okay, so here's the next cool thing about Harry. He was a silent film star. Houdini had a brief career as a silent film star in the late teens to early 1920s. In the 1919 serial, The Master Mystery, he played an undercover agent who uses his escape skills to do something to criminals. I don't know what. So the serial was a smash hit. In an interesting side note, it was the first film to feature a robot. Houdini went on to star in two more serials, but neither were nearly as successful critically or commercially. Houdini gave up movies and returned to live performances for good. Okay, cool. Okay, so they say he debunked psychics and the supernatural. Distraught over his mother's passing, Houdini tried to contact her through seances. However, he quickly discovered that mediums conducting the seances were frauds. In the 1920s, he became a professional skeptic and debunker of psychics, mind readers, mediums, and others who claimed to be in contact with the deceased. He offered 10,000 rewards to anyone who could present physical phenomena that could not be explained rationally, a reward he was never forced to pay. Okay, so the next interesting thing about our friend Houdini is he was one of the world's first pilots. And also, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to like the video and don't forget to subscribe and check out the rest of my death series. And the last episode before this was the recent plane crash. And don't forget to check out my most famous series, my prison series. Okay, so look, Houdini was one of the world's first pilots. He developed a passion for aviation in 1909 and bought a French-made biplane, and then he learned to fly. He crashed during his first flight, but he stuck with it, and during a tour of Australia in March of 1910, he became the first person to successfully pilot a plane in Australia, making 3 successful flights near Melbourne, each only a couple of minutes long. He never flew again. Must be something that makes him like be like, I don't want to do this no more. So, okay, it says Houdini seances are held every Halloween. This is true. So that's pretty nice, right, people? So they said despite his skepticism about spiritualism, Houdini vowed that he died first. He would try to contact his wife from beyond the grave. So what he's saying is, when he would pass, he was told her ahead of time to conduct a seance, because he basically was going to show her that there's life after death. However, from what I had heard and read, he never came back to be able to do that, although they still try every year. Okay. Houdini passed away October 31st, 1926, and every year on Halloween, his widow, Bess, conducted a seance, hoping to receive a prearranged coded message from Houdini. After 10 years, she conceded it would never happen and ended the seance. However, fans have continued to hold seances every Halloween since then in honor of our friend Harry Houdini. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And are you guys enjoying my death series? And do you like hearing about Houdini? I like talking about him. And I will see you on the next one.